Hello and welcome to another Battle Games in Middle-earth painting tutorial video. Thank you very much for watching my other videos, including the gaming tutorials. If you haven't seen them, check them out and subscribe as well. This time I'm painting the elite orcs that defend the Black Gate itself, and of course are sent to attack Minas Tirith and meet their doom on the Pelennor Fields. Of course, Morannon Orcs. I started off by spray painting the entire model black, and then in Army Painter's brown spray paint. For orcs, spray painting them brown saves an awful lot of time, but it could easily be done with one layer of Calthan brown all over if you don't have the spray. Following that, I give it a dry brush all over the model with bolt gun metal. You can ignore the material and things like that. I'll eventually go over it all at a later date anyway. I try to keep the orcs to a very simple paint scheme, mainly because you need an orcful lot of them in an army. The first pun already! So here I am painting a solid layer of red gore all over the material, on the legs and the knees. That's basically Wazdaka red these days if you're using new GW paints. It forms the entire colour of the model. Everything else is brown and silver. There's a lot of material across the miniature, so every time you turn it over you find a bit more Rannon. Sorry, that wasn't even good. Then we move on to green. I paint Narlock green, or Lorraine Forest, onto his skin. Now with orcs, I never paint them in just one skin tone of green or something like that. I think it's pretty boring. Later you'll see I use Fenris Grey for some, purple for some others, flesh tone for others, and rotting flesh colours too. Swap any of those out at this stage and then carry on the steps in exactly the same way. It's an easy way to provide a bit of variety without doing any conversion work like chopping swords off and sticking them back on. Now the trick to making this process very easy. A once over wash of Devlan Mud or Agrax Earthshade. Ties everything together, shades the earthy tones and the metal, and of course those reds as well. To be honest, you could just leave it here and it'd look fine. But I'm a sucker for paint, so I apply the bestial paint of the bunch. Bestial brown goes on the straps. Yes, on every single orc. I think I did about 36 in this batch. I did some neatening up with some red gore here as well. Then I moved on to the back of the shield for some extra work there with scorched brown. I probably shouldn't have because of the brown base coat and the wash, but it provides a bit of variety. Let's be honest, I don't think I did it on the other 35 orcs shields. Let's put it that way. Now this is the crucial bit to make it pop like a balloon at a 111th birthday party. I highlight the clothes with blood red. I sort of dry brush them sometimes, but it's usually a very quick highlight. I'm not that careful, but I think the detail on the model lends itself quite well to just highlighting and not actually making a mess of it. I think it's quite easy to do this layer. With Skull White, I paint the teeth and the eyesies. Then I use black to dot those googly eyes in, completely ignoring my advice from previous videos about painting eyes by using black first and then dotting the sides with white. Maybe you should try that. Then with Charadon Granite, or Storm Vermin Grey, I paint some hair on. Here again you can use some different shades for different models. Mix it up a bit. Chuck some dirty browns and yellows in there, and I think I did a ginger orc or two. Like the vermin they are, the orcs get a highlight of vermin brown on the straps of the leather. It's scrag brown these days if you're not so old-fashioned in your paints as me. I also gave the shield a once-over, painting vertical dry brushy lines down the back with a bit of this vermin brown too, just to add a bit of texture to the shield. I also re-washed the eyes and teeth with Devlan mud, mainly because I imagine orcs brushing their teeth with soot, ash, maybe a bit of great beast of Gorgoroth dung. Let's be honest, those teeth won't be very white. Then I dry brushed the base graveyard earth. Picked out any pebbles in grey and washed it Devlan mud in parts just to add some depth to the bits of sand that I didn't do very well. And voila, a finished Morannon Orc. And now, more Morannons as well. I did a few different skin tones there, just have a look at all those different styles. And there you have it. Thank you very much for watching another of my painting tutorials. Do take a look at some of my other videos. Take a look at the links here. And of course, like, comment and subscribe if you want to see more of this. I have some more gaming tutorials on the way, a battle report on the way, and of course, I'm always painting. So stick around and you'll see plenty more. Ideally, the next video should be up in the next few days. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.